Well, our 7 turnovers, how do you explain the kind of the mistakes you guys made on offense tonight?
Yeah, I wish I had an answer for the 7 turnovers there. But, I mean, first of all, give credit to Air Force. The thing about every single week, we're all trying to do the same thing, to go out there and win a game. Obviously, the turnovers, they really hurt, in any football game. So when you have that many, you put yourself in a bad situation. And, we got to, at the end there, we tried to dig ourselves out. Defense started making some plays. And I thought the defense, they played really well at times. And there was only so long that they can hang on. But, we go back and look at why. Some of them were good plays, by the Air Force players. Some of them were on us. It always is at times. And bottom line is, that many turnovers in the game, it's going to be very difficult to beat anybody.
You let Grant try to play his way through it, eventually took him out. What went into your decision in terms of when to take him out and how long to leave him out there, I guess?
Yeah, you'd like to let a guy kind of battle his way through. I mean, just because a guy makes a mistake doesn't mean you go out there and put him on the shelf. And that goes for everybody. So, wanted to see Grant battle his way through it. And then it got to a point where, it just felt like we needed a change at that point. And, Finley's done a good job. He came in there and led the team down there. We got a score with him, did some good things. So, it ended up working out. But, there's not anything from a quarterback standpoint other than, hey, it wasn't the best game and needed to have a change in that situation, and we made it. And tried to get somebody out there to create a spark. Given
the way he played in the fourth quarter, and he regrets you didn't put him out there a little sooner?
No, because I think you'll go back to, and you also want to allow Grant and your guys to go out there and fight through it. And that's part of it. So when the time was right, I thought it was the right time to do it.
Going forward, is Grant still your starting quarterback, or is it kind of open competition this week?
No, Grant's our starting quarterback, and we got to go back and watch the tape. We'll make no decisions off of anything other than we go back till we watch the film. That's snapping the judgment, without seeing it and exactly what happened and why. But ultimately, hey, as if we win and lose as a team, and that's what happened tonight. And I want to see our guys go out there and play and finish and be classy when we finish. And so there's some things that we've got to go back and look at. And really, it starts on Sundays and works all the way through Saturdays. And that's where we have to get better in the process. That goes on me, and we'll make sure that we go back and correct that.
Matt Miller went out in the second quarter. How much did the offense lose when he went out, and what's his status?
Yeah, I don't know. I don't know how much we lost. I mean, Spurbeck came in and made a spectacular catch. I mean, he did some things that I was really impressed with. I thought he took advantage of his opportunity when that was up. But obviously, Matt's a player that's made big things happen for us, and not having him out there, that's a big loss for us. But guys stepped up, and bottom line is, we needed to get back and have some momentum going our way. We needed to create that. We did at times. We just didn't do it consistently enough.
What about Jay, the 2 fumbles, and all? You guys had trouble running the ball, so.
Yeah, they did a good job against the run. That's one area that, that's where we have to go back and do a better job of coaching that up. The fumbles, those are things that, again, the turnovers and what attributed to the points on the board for Air Force. It comes back to those things. So ball security, interceptions, bottom line is it's a mix of both, and that came back to hurt us tonight.
What'd you see from the mindset of this team coming into the game? And Marcus said maybe he thought they were a little flat coming out of the game. And do you think you guys were ready to play this game, or could you tell anything that you guys maybe?
I always think we're ready to play. And if I didn't, we obviously say something. But I always feel like we're ready to play. And we've been very similar going into the games. I think the difference is the turnovers in the game. I mean, it's a game of momentum. And we had the turnovers early. Defense went out there and played well, stopped them. They did as much as they could. But at certain times you get the ball in a short field, that's where it becomes very difficult. And so when you have that many and you give them that opportunities in that type of field position, that's where it's going to hurt you. And that's just natural. That's not mindset going into the game. That's just, hey, we're in a hole right here. We have to figure out a way to get out.
Back to Grant for a second. You saying he's definitely the guy next week, or just don't want to say because you haven't watched the tape yet?
I don't want to say. I mean, I haven't watched the film on anybody yet, So we always go back, evaluate, and we'll watch it again on Sunday. We'll watch it with him. But Grant's done a great job for us. Grant's done some really good things in 2 games and didn't have a great game tonight. I mean, we didn't have a great game as a team. So we stand by each other, and we stand by him until we go back and evaluate it. I don't know if it's scheme. I don't know if it's something we did. but we've got to get better at it regardless, bottom line, and we're going to do that together. So before we make any decisions, we go back and always watch the tape.
You weren't to try and battle through all these injuries. You didn't have 3 of your 4 starting DBs, a couple more people dinged up tonight. How hard is that? It seems like it's early in the season.
Yeah, we got to go play. I mean, bottom line is, there's not we're not going to cancel the game for injuries. So we want to get guys back. We want to get guys healthy, and we need to. I mean, those are some key players for us. So, but we have guys that can come in there and step up and play, and I thought some of them did. There were some really good individual efforts tonight. We just didn't get it done as a team.
Darian and Dante, we saw made the trip, so were they close to being able to play? Or
we hoped, and then come game time, and kind of leading into it, no. At the same time, also kind of a set of eyes for us as well. Those two are smart. They're smart football players. And hopefully we get those guys back next week.
Jeremy didn't come. You said early in the week you thought he was going to. What happened there?
I did. Yeah, I thought he was. Not feeling good. Did not make the trip. And fully expect him to be back next week and rolling. And unfortunately, at the end of the week, we just weren't able to have him come, and it didn't work out that
well. Reese still not quite ready?
I hope he's ready this week. And we do expect him to be out there and be ready to rock and roll this week. That's the plan. But that's always something that goes clear into the end of the week until we really know.
Going right back on the road next week, another tough place to play. How do you put this one behind you and move forward?
Well, we do it like we do wins as well. I mean, we got 24 hours. We go back, evaluate it, look at it. Obviously you look at everything, and we try to do that wins or losses in detail every time we play. The reality of it is we have a game coming up against a good football team at their place, and that's Nevada. And we don't have a whole lot of time to kind of sit back on this game and what ifs and all that. We need to learn from it, move on, and get better. And hopefully we get some guys back, and then we play better in certain situations. And that's really what needs to happen. Win or lose, and that's always going to be the case.
Did Matt aggravate what he hurt last week, or did he do something new tonight?
I don't know, Chad. I really don't. I just know he was out. It might have been the same thing, but I didn't really ask at that time. We were rocking and rolling at that point.
And don't know how serious it is yet?
I don't.
Okay.
Matt's always said, Matt's a tough guy. I don't know where he's at this point and where he's going to be.
You weren't here for it all of last year, but this team has really struggled on the road for the last year and a half. And anything you've seen these first 3 road trips that can explain why they've struggled on the road?
Well, I don't know if it's any one particular thing. I mean, anytime you play on the road, obviously you've got to go handle adverse situations and momentum and energy and all that. And the bottom line is we don't hurt ourselves with penalties. We don't hurt ourselves with turnovers. We've won on the road. We did that against UConn. So we know the formula. And at home, I mean, even the situation we're in, we're going to be in a bad spot. So the key is cleaning up those things, getting back to work and looking at it, as coaches and players and everybody included, and just making sure that we're doing the things that we need to be doing so we don't put ourselves in the situation that we're in tonight.
Thanks, Coach.